LinkedIn is your online dating profile to connect with hiring managers. So I want to give you an unfair advantage as you hit the open market to go on the most dates. LinkedIn is an online snapshot of you and your experience. It's the best platform to display your professional identity and show the credibility of all your experience. It's important for a lot of reasons. You can use it to network for referrals, you can research hiring managers before your call, you can research companies and learn about their employees. When you get into the interview process, you better believe the first place hiring managers will go to learn more about you is your LinkedIn profile. Let's make your LinkedIn look great so you build more authority before your interview begins. To start off, let's begin with your profile photo. A profile photo needs to be inviting. Yes, I'm alluding to a smile. It needs to build trust and match your personality. My recommendation is a high-quality photo with a smiling face. A picture says a lot about you, so let's have the highest quality and most inviting image possible. If you don't have a good photo, get a friend to take a headshot of you. Smartphones nowadays are insanely good, so you might not need a professional photographer. However, I had a professional do mine and I'm very satisfied. For around 100 or 200 bucks, you can have a photo that serves you for the coming years for a professional image. This image can be used on LinkedIn, Zoom meetings, dating profile, just kidding, and many other platforms once you land your job. There are also a few companies that do AI imaging. I would name them, but there are hundreds popping up each month, so Google and find one that works for you. Whichever route you go, I highly recommend getting a photo that showcases an inviting presence with a smile. Next, cover photo or banner. Keep showing personality here. Example, when I worked at Dell, I had a picture of the Rocky Mountains for my banner. The reason was that my territory was Colorado and Utah, plus I love the outdoors. This showcased my personality and that's what a good banner does. Disclaimer, keep it professional. Don't show pictures of you partying. If you are going for a tech sales role, maybe you have a picture of clouds alluding to your love for nature, but interest in joining one of the big three cloud providers like AWS, GCP, or Azure. Nerdy, but have fun with it. This is a subtle place for you to show personality. Don't feel like you need to fit into a corporate mold. Next, your LinkedIn headline. This can be a quick 1 to 2 sentences area where you can list your current job or what you're looking for. Examples: seeking SDR roles, seeking AE roles. Whatever roles you're going for, let it be known. The law of attraction is real and it lets people know why you're on the platform and will lead to hiring managers and recruiters reaching out to you. After all, hiring managers are recruiting and building up bench candidates almost all year. Disclaimer, this may not be the move if you're currently working a role and don't want your employer knowing you are switching. Proceed with caution and use common sense not to hurt your professional brand with your current employer. Next, the About Me section. This is the first opportunity to speak to a hiring manager. Luckily for you, this should already be done. Keeping it short and sweet and pack a punch at the end. Here's the example from my resume. Crazy fun start to my career. I started at the University of Arizona before transitioning to Kansas University and starting my own personal training business. Graduating with a 3.77 GPA and tons of real world of experience through changing people's lives, I'm excited to take my passion for sales and join an industry leader to accelerate their growth. Personal opinion, I'm not a huge fan of emojis. Based on the job and characteristics you believe a hiring manager will like, use at your own risk. Next, your experience. For your experience, clearly outline in 1 to 2 sentences the experiences that are relevant to your ideal job. Make this quick and impactful, and it doesn't need to be long. Details go a long way, so make sure you find metrics that help you stand out. Here are some things to take into consideration. A lot of this should be done if you have already completed your resume, so hopefully this is a copy and paste exercise. But just as a refresher, if you need help keeping the energy flowing, here are ways to quantify. Length. How long did you work on X? How fast did you complete X activity? Context. How much faster are your results than the typical? How do peers stack rank against your results? Results. How much time did you save? Money, resources. How are these better than the status quo? Next, social proof. In any business, the easiest way to build credibility is through other people vouching for you. On LinkedIn, you are actually able to ask for recommendations from colleagues and peers. I 100% recommend reaching out to colleagues, friends, former professors, and asking for an endorsement on your LinkedIn profile, and it's a strong way to show you are credible and capable of doing a job. Don't be shy, people love to help. I encourage you to do this. It's something that pays dividends as you stack up more and more social proof throughout your entire career. A bonus, certificates. Hiring managers are 4 times more likely to take on an interview with someone who has specialized training in a field compared to someone who does not. Don't be afraid to flex that in your profile. Again, this is helping you differentiate yourself from other candidates. I remember back in the day when I was interviewing for a role at AWS. They went on a hiring freeze and the manager recommended getting my AWS certificate before interview started. What I like about certificates is it communicates a few things. A, you are invested in your training. If you invest in training, it shows me you are extremely serious about making a career transition, so much that you are willing to put your own money on the line. That tells me that you are in it for the long term, and that's important to showing that you are committed. B, there's a higher likelihood of instant impact. Especially when getting training on complex topics before getting your foot in the door, show off your certificates. It's yours and you paid for it. Now, bonus for LinkedIn is interacting with your Dream 50. LinkedIn is a social media platform. As you start learning how to create your own warmth, which we'll talk about soon, start connecting and commenting with employees that post frequently from your dream top 50 companies. Example comment, love this idea. I'm gonna try this over the next month and keep you posted on the results. That way you have credibility prior to reaching out to them and your profile starts getting more visibility. My rule of thumb is always quality over quantity comments. This isn't just a comment, but a networking strategy. If someone gives you an idea and it works, make sure to let them know. People love knowing that they are making a difference, and they love when people take action on their ideas, and it makes them feel value and heard when you go back to them and let them know that it did work. All that being said, get your LinkedIn profile up and running in a steady, beautiful state, and wow people before your interviews begin.